everyone, I am back with another card making video. This is another Joyfold card for the Mickey and Minnie series. Excuse me. So this is going to be a fall themed card for September. There's really not anything going on in September except for fall coming. So these are the papers I picked out. So this is the leaves and acorns, a wood green, this green, and then the word piece like usual from the stack. And again, I forgot to grab the stack. I don't know if I'm ever going to remember to do that. Okay, so for those of you who did not see the supply video for this series, this is the paper stack that I am using. So all the papers that I've made the Joyfold cards with so far have been out of this stack. So here is the ball section right here. So there's the leaves and the green. They also have this sheet in here if you want to use that. There's the wood green. And then there are the words. So that's the stack I'm using. So you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock cut at 8.5 by 3 1/4 and 8.5 by 4 1/4. So your 8.5 by 3 1/4 inch piece, whoops, throwing things around, is going to be scored at 4 1/4. So right in half for the smaller one. And then for your 8.5 by 4 1/4, you're going to score that at 3. And this is, our scoring is done on the 8.5 inch length. So there we have that. So we'll just fold these in half. This one is going to create our card base, and the smaller one will create our little Joyfold panel. So for this piece, on the back side, I have everything pre-cut like usual. This piece measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I'm just going to place that right on the back. And hope my tape gun does not run out. So just center this right here on the back. Just like that. And then on the inside panel here is where I usually stick my little word piece. And this is cut at, I'm going to have to measure this, I do remember, 2 7/8. Yeah, by 4 1/8. So we'll just stick that to the inside panel. Right here. Just like so. So there's the inside, and then the outside panel is the same size. I'm using this little wood grain piece, so it's 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. I'm just going to go ahead and stick this one down on the front. Just like that. So there we have the base part. Now we're going to work on the little fold that will go on the inside like this. So this one, and I forgot to cut it. I'm going to have to cut it really quick. On the inside right panel, I usually put the pattern paper that matches my backdrop. So that is cut at I'm going to have to measure that. I believe it's 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. I haven't made one of these cards in a while. Yes, 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then that just goes here. And then my message panel here, I have white cardstock that I cut at 3, it's 4 by 3, which I did not do, so let me do that super quick. So that's this piece here, and I just attach that. You can ink these if you want. I've just done kind of a clean, crisp look on this series, which I was just thinking about the other day that I'm going to have to come up with a new card for next year for the Mickey and Minnie series of 2016, and I'm kind of at a loss. I have no clue. So if you guys have any suggestions on some cool card folds that are not going to be really complicated that I'm going to want to make the whole set out of, please let me know. I'm going to do some internet research and see if I can find a little fold. So then the front panel is also 4 1/8 by 3 1/8, and I put that right on the front. Just like so. Then we're going to flip this piece over and put some score tape on it. I'm using 1/4 inch scrappy tape. Now I get this at scrapbookpal.com, which is a really awesome place for this tape. Plus, if you order $25 worth of product from the website, you get free shipping. That's for US residents. I'm not quite sure what their international is. Okay, so I'm just going to peel this one on the end off so I have some wiggle room here. So I can set this down and still kind of move it around. I'm hoping my head does not get in your way. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and press that down and then just go ahead and peel off these other 2 strips. Excuse me. Okay. So we'll just give that a good press, and there we have the initial part of the joy fold. So in order to keep this closed, I usually put my little sentiment here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I am using the word window punch and the retired modern label punch. And I'm using Teeny Tiny Wishes. And I'm doing a Thinking of You card because I don't have any little fall sentiments. So just going to turn it into a Thinking of You. And I'm using Cottage Ivy ink by Memento. So we're just going to go ahead and stamp the Thinking of You. Just like so. And go ahead and punch this out. Just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of black cardstock and go ahead and do the modern label. So now we will get our little rhinestones. These are from Stampin' Up! I'm just using the little tiny ones that come up here on the top. And I like to put the rhinestone first because it helps me center my little sentiment piece there. So just like that. Now we'll go ahead and attach our Thinking of You. And you can certainly ink this little piece if you want to beforehand. I've done that before on some of them, but not on this particular series. So there we go. There is our Thinking of You. So now we need to put some dimensionals on the left side and the bottom. So I'm just going to flip it over. And I use 2 of these and just cut them in half. So put one on the left, a couple pieces down here on the bottom. Just like that. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and peel these off. Get this part stuck down. And you want to be careful not to close up your sentiment here. So you don't want to get it too super close so your sticky sticks your thing together. So there we have that part. That's going to hold it closed. Okay, so let's move on to our Mickey and Minnie for the front. So I just place them down and then get ready to glue them. About there. I've already pre-tied my little bow. So I have my little bow here, just kind of in a golden yellow eyelet ribbon from Michaels. And just get a glue dot. Go ahead and attach this bow to make Minnie. So there we have the outside of the card. And on the inside, I'm going to stamp this little maple leaf that I have from my Itty Bitties stamp set. And I'm going to do that in Memento Peanut Brittle. So any little stamp would work that you would want to use, a little fall stamp on the inside. So there's my leaf. And that concludes the Fall Mickey and Minnie Series Joy Fold card. So I hope you guys like it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!